Hello, folks. Back again, second time today. I'm going to talk to you about what's happening. I told you earlier that I was talking about America, but today, this afternoon, I'm going to talk about England. Why not? We're English, aren't we? Okay, so I'll tell you a bit about my past and then move on. Bear with me. I was working in a college in Birmingham, England, just because we've got Birmingham, Alabama in America. And one of my fellow lecturers was a Muslim. He was male and enjoyed a freedom not allowed to his wife or for his wife, where he wore Western style clothing of various designs depending on where we were going or attending. And his wife was immersed in black outfits, fully covering all parts of her body and head, face. She would walk just a few steps behind us as we walked and she stayed quiet. I felt sorry for her and their two children, both boys, who, although born in England and never having left the country even on a vacation, did not speak a word of English. Bit of a mistake there, because the one boy did have a few words of English, I was told, but I never heard him speak. I didn't hear either of them speak. So the eldest, as I say, I was told he was learning English in the English state school. He'd been attending since he was 5, and now he was almost 6 years of age. The other one was 4. Why did he and the other younger child not speak or understand English? Because my fellow college lecturer told me they only spoke Urdu at home and with relatives and friends, and when the boys go to school, the government paid for English language lessons in school hours. They had no connection with English-speaking boys until they go to an English school. And I was told that the school they go to was predominantly Pakistani in the area they lived. This may be an isolated incident, okay? You may think, but he told me it was the way of his community, and that they could ensure a bilingual family and be settled within their community. His wife said nothing during this conversation. I never found out if she spoke English herself. Never found out. It was obvious to me she would have no contact with English women or English-speaking women. Recently, ex-Conservative Party member turned newly elected Reform Party Member of Parliament, Sarah Pochen, asked our Prime Minister in Prime Minister's Question Time if, in the interest of public safety, he would follow the lead of France, Denmark, Belgium and ban the burqa. Sakia, he refrained from providing an answer. He wouldn't answer him. He waffled on a bit, and then accused Reform of, as he does. He never seems to have a proper answer, does he? If he says he's going to do something, he never says when. Now I'm asking you. We didn't give an answer. So is this because Labour, the party of the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, hails from, is dependent in several key areas for the Muslim vote, and of course the Muslim's wife's vote, the Muslim male's wife's vote, because very often he votes for both. He tells her what to vote. Now, MP Sarah Pochen, later she said that she'd asked the question after a number of people had raised it with her. Starmer refused to even answer, and his contempt for women asking was clear, as for the contempt for the people she was asking on behalf of. She's not alone in her concerns either a poll of Express readers attracted 31,000 responses. 96% of the 31,000 people who responded were in favour of a burqa ban. When Nicolas Sarkozy, he was the French president, you may remember, banned the burqa 16 years ago, he said face coverings were not welcome in France. Bans are for socialists, he said. I believe in freedom. But Nicolas Sarkozy insisted the move had freedom at its heart. The banning of the burqa had freedom at its heart, he said. The problem of the burqa is not a religious problem. It's a problem of liberty and women's dignity. It's not a religious symbol, but a sign of subservience and debasement, he said. Coverings made women prisoners behind the screen, he carried on to say, cut off from all social life, deprived of all identity, and that's not our idea of freedom. Women within this kind of society, I am almost sure, do not wish to be subject to being told what they can wear and told to hide their identities from the world. I'm a former motorcyclist, and I fully remember being told by a loudspeaker whenever I entered a fuel station to get petrol to remove my safety helmet so I could be identified before being able to fill my tank up with petrol. It was a security measure. Wearing a face covering prevents and hinders security, which is what Sarah Pochin was saying. It's a security measure. Was Starmer going to do anything about it? And he refused to answer. At airports, I've witnessed women with full face coverings exposing their face for the security personnel to get through the airport terminal. Passport checks, Then why, therefore, if they can expose their face to security personnel at an airport, can their face not remain uncovered in everyday circumstances? The answer's clear. There's no such rule in religion. It's just applied by Muslim men to enable them to be more easily maintained, for their women to be more easily maintained and have control over their women. Just as the Quran makes it okay to rape captive women and their wives unable to reject sexual advances. Now, that might sound controversial, but I'm going to repeat that. The Quran and the Hadiths, the religious books of the Muslims, make it acceptable to rape captive women and their wives, and the wives are unable to reject their sexual advances. It's not a case of, you come together with your wife and you both want to make love. No, the man has sex with the woman. She has no right in Islam to say no, unless she's on her menstrual period. Then she has to say no. And if he still has sex with her, they both are guilty of sin. Yes, even though she said no. Yeah, okay. Now, where am I going to prove what I've just said? Yes, I am. I'm going to prove it. Verse 4 to 5 of the Surah Muhaimin. I'll spell that out in case I'm saying it wrong. Surah S-U-R-A-H. M-U, apostrophe, Minun, M-I-N-U-N. This is the wording in English. Certainly the faithful have attained salvation. Those who are humble in their prayers, avoid vain talk, carry their duty out of charity, Zadak, guard their private parts, except from their spouses, their wives, and their slave women, for then they are not blameworthy. Shall I say that again? They are to guard their private parts, their penises, except from their spouse, their wife, or their slave woman, for then they're not blameworthy. Quran, chapter 2, verse 223, your women are tillage for you, so come to your tillage whenever you like, and send ahead for your souls, and God be wary, and know that you will encounter him, and give good news to the faithful. Now let's note, what does tillage mean? A woman, it says, your woman is tillage for you. So a woman is tillage, and you can come to tillage whenever you like. Whenever you like. That's the wording, meaning tillage of land you own. Tillage of land, tillage, plough. You plough your woman whenever you want. Whenever you like. The woman has no choice in the matter. Why would the woman have no choice in the matter? Because she's been subservient. She's been put down. You must cover your face. You must cover all your body. You cannot wear nice clothes. You cannot go out looking nice. You only go out when you're with a male relative or your husband, and you dress and you cover your face and all. It's they grew up as a child. Brothers tell the sisters what they can do. Uncles tell the sisters what they can do. The nieces what they can do. They're always under control, and they eventually just accept it. They grow up. That's the way it is. MP Sarah Punchy, back to her, I believe was right to ask the Prime Minister such a question, as we're seeing a two-tier system of justice being played out throughout the UK. Young girls were subject to being abused and raped for decades within Labour-controlled areas, with nothing done to protect them. I'm talking about the gang rape and the Muslim Pakistani gang rape gangs. They call them grooming gangs, but they went further than grooming. They were raping them, and they were torturing them and abusing them dreadfully. So Muslim women are also raped. I've put raped in inverted commas because they're having no choice in the matter. So they're being raped on a daily basis. Somewhere in England, many women are being raped, brought up in Muslim families. And of course, they can't leave the Muslim families because they get acid attacks on them, they get murdered, and they are sent, young girls who start saying, no, because they're brought up in England, are sent to Pakistan to be married off to older men. We know this. We know it. So, they're being raised to believe that this is how it should be. This is the way it is. And the veil and all the outfits they are forced to wear is a symptom of this subjection, this slavery. What do you think? You're very welcome to put forth your comments. I'm looking forward to them. So I'm going to finish off there. It's been nearly just over 13 minutes to chat with you, and I would like to hear your comments. Don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny, nor even a cent, not even a rupee. It's totally free. So please subscribe to the channel, press your like, and don't forget to comment. So until the next one, be safe, be good, and see you in the next one. Bye.